What's up? Welcome back to the Salty Confessions podcast. I'm Jay.
My name is Jeremy.
And we are bringing you back another juicy episode. We're going to be talking about fulfillment, whether that's career, jobs, or just entrepreneurship in general. So just tell me a little bit about your week. How's it been?
It's been good. Pretty good. It's the holidays and whatnot, so spent time with family. Had a kidney stone on Christmas Eve. It started actually last podcast. So.
Yeah.
Hey, if you watch it back, you can see me get like more green in it. But
yeah, he slowly just started collapsing. Yeah, we had to cut that one a little shorter.
Yeah, so if you notice and watch it back, it literally goes from like mid-combo to like, all right, folks. Well, but no, it's been rough physically, but mentally, I'm good, man. I thought I'd be kind of grieving a little more this season, like I always do. Just my therapist explained to me, like, when something happens to you, your entire body has like a timer on things annually. So like if you went through loss, like maybe this time or that time that happened to you, next year you'll start feeling this anxiety and stuff. But I really haven't, man. I've been focused on being outside, working, just regrouping and whatnot. So
yeah, that's why I'm trying to wait a year before I even like get into a relationship, because of that timer type of deal. I want to be like completely healed, completely moved on before I even think about getting into another relationship, because I don't want to bring that baggage in. It's like
likewise, like
the last relationship. You get into a relationship and that person's still thinking about their damn ex. It's like, nah.
It's like, nah.
Nah.
Case in point, man. What about you, bro?
It was good. Just spent time with my grandparents for Christmas, and Christmas was good. Went to church a couple times, and the real reason of the season. And yeah, it was good. Except for, kind of what I've been telling you, like I've been getting a lot of backlash from a certain someone. Someone trying to destroy my life. And but other than that, I'm thankful. I'm blessed. Side note. But
oh man.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's my first Christmas where I'm actually like celebrating the birth of Christ.
That's huge.
Like the first Christmas where I'm not just seeing it as a secular holiday.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times people just view it as gift giving and Santa and just the holiday cheer, and they don't really understand that it's the birthday of Christ.
Absolutely, man.
But
that's literally the day that our story of being saved began.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty big deal. So, service was crazy too for me, because I go to Hope on the Beach. Shout out Hope on the Beach. But I'm trying to get with their marketing team actually. But they do it on the beach, and they did it for sunset. But there's this huge fog that rolled in.
Oh yeah, it's been foggy.
Yeah, normally it's super small, like maybe like 20, 30 people. It was the entire Dunalan beach access all the way up to. It was insane.
It's been really misty lately.
Yeah, but the amount of people that showed up was really cool to see.
That's great.
I haven't been to church with my family for 15 years, and they joined me for the first time, which was really cool.
Amazing.
So
I went to Christmas Eve Mass by myself.
Really?
In St. Rita.
Bro, you should hit me up, man.
I didn't know.
Catholic, I'll dabble in some Mass.
Let's go to Catholic Mass. Let's do it.
I'd be down, man. I kind of miss it, honestly.
We can go to a day Mass too.
Are you doing all the Are you going through the sacraments and whatnot? Have you decided, or that's a
not yet.
Big move, obviously, to consider, but
yeah, I want to. I definitely want to join the church.
I've always considered finishing them. I haven't been confirmed.
Really?
That's the only one. Yeah.
You're not confirmed yet?
No, reconciliation's awesome though. It's really cool.
I'm starting the process. I think this year. I'm gonna talk to the priest and become Catholic.
Dude, that's huge.
So I'm excited, because in my opinion, I've been seeing all these opinions from people, Baptists and Protestants, and it just there's just something about the Catholicism or Orthodoxy that just feels so much more real. You know what I mean? It's like you're proving you're following Christ. It's not like, oh, I just show up and have faith, as I don't know if it's Paul or if it's Mark or Paul. But faith without action is dead.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is.
Faith is dead without action.
Yeah, faith is dead without action.
Yep.
So I love the Catholic Church because you got to work for it. It's like and then you got the Eucharist and all that, which is amazing.
Yeah, man. And I like that a lot of people, especially Catholics, I mean, the Vatican has access to the most raw, forms of scripture that we don't even have access to. So there's a lot of validity in their practices and everything. And a lot of people knock Catholicism because of bad rep for the past. But a lot of Catholicism, Catholics, they do fail to recognize that they have access to the literal word and practices, and to practice it like literally, like what you're saying. A lot of people fail that.
Yeah.
And so it's great to see them gain someone that actually takes it literal like you. They need more like that, honestly.
And people and a lot of the times you notice this too, it's like it just becomes a routine. It's like they just like, oh, it's Sunday, I'll take the Eucharist and I'll be sin free, and then they'll just go sin like Matthew McConaughey. I don't want to sin 6 days out of the week and be forgiven on the 7th. I want to be, from that podcast.
Goat, dude.
Man, that's a powerful podcast.
Dude, I love that podcast so much. He's an inspiring figure for sure.
I don't know if he's Catholic or not, but
that's a good question, honestly.
But I know he's practices faith.
Yeah,
or something like that. But yeah,
God's and everything though, for sure.
Oh yeah, and that's what we're gonna lead into. We're gonna lead into fulfillment within our business practices or jobs. So the first topic is purpose over pleasure and purpose over money. How we can incorporate God into like what we do, how we make money, how we live, how we provide services to the world. So tell me a little bit about your career endeavors and your story.
Big part of my story started with just starting with the money. It was I grew up in a family we weren't well off, but we were comfortable, and both my parents graduated from Georgia Tech. Both of them saw through their careers and in their own individual ways, and so there was this pressure on me where like I had to follow that path of like I knew exactly what it was. This was the trajectory. And out comes Jeremy, this like creative that's writing poetry and filming everything at a young age.
Creative side.
And there was, this world didn't exist. There wasn't a crazy digital realm where, money was in all of it. So it was like a starving artist, story that everyone was scared of looking at. So I thought, and so I went kind of the whole, I'm going to just do the business route, dropped out of college, found out I was an entrepreneur. So I went back to college, went through all that stuff, had a 0.8 GPA, finished with a 4.0. I just still didn't know what I wanted to do. I had my camera at the time. I finally got like a nice one. And my friend Raphael, my best friend, he's like my brother. He was into filming, and he just told me, he's like, dude, just follow it. Wherever it's, it's your way of telling stories. There's a story and fulfillment in it, follow it. And he told me, he's like, what makes you think this isn't rewarding? He's like, if Jesus were here, he'd be a filmmaker. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, he was the best storyteller.
That's true.
So don't tell me that's not, that
is true.
Exactly. So my biggest thing was that urge in me, and where I felt like I was providing a purpose that touched other people, in a way that made them change or see God in a emotional photo or a film or a poem. It was fulfilling. But I had to monetize it through business. So it takes the discipline aspect of it as well, which was my biggest struggle, because this side of the brain was killing it creative wise, but then the structured portion was just like
financial side.
So it's been always that tag, and then with the money, finding purpose for it. Not seeking wealth, but seeking assets for change, assets for stability. And I don't think you can be an asset to your community without finding that purpose.
Yeah.
And I've been told, like, find your purpose, invest in yourself.
And the money will come.
Bring one person in, and then the community will follow, kind of thing.
Yeah. That's good.
What about your journey?
If Jesus were here, he'd have a crazy podcast. That would be a nasty podcast. That would be so sick.
Off the charts.
But that's true. Like, he was a storyteller. Your photography is amazing, dude. And
appreciate it, bro.
Like, you should be on like National Geographic. Honestly, man.
It's getting there, but
it should be.
We'll see.
But so I've always been like anti corporate route. I never really wanted to go to college, actually. I never wanted to go to college. I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur and I wanted to start a business. And I did not want to go to college because I knew that it was kind of training you to just kind of get a job.
Yeah. Indoctrination, not education.
Yeah. So I went to school for business. Went to 2 years. Luckily I shaved off 2 years of college, and I got out, and I was like, well, I was grateful for it, but I never wanted to go get a job like in sales or get a desk job or anything like that. That was not my thing. I've worked multiple jobs. I've worked like service industry. I worked as a surf instructor for 10 years or something like that. Worked in food, and it was like every time I work a job like that, I just feel unfulfilled, and I felt like I could be doing more, and I could be doing like helping people or creating an experience. And I was like, all right, I'm going to work until I start a business, and I'm going to work until I'm able to financially sustain myself with my own practices. Mm-hmm. So I just started a surf school. I worked at a surf school in this area for a long time, and I learned pretty much everything I needed to know, everything about it. And I started one last summer, and that's where I met him. It was on the beach, my first season working there. It's been good. When you teach surf lessons, you're teaching these little kids who sometimes have never even heard of surfing. And it's like, you see their face light up, and it's like, wow, I just made this person's day, or maybe even life, because surfing's so powerful.
It is. Like,
when you catch your first wave, you get hooked. If you love it, you're hooked for life. And you're like, I cannot wait to go back.
Yeah, I'll never forget the first wave I caught.
Yeah.
It's actually at the old school that you worked at in Seaside. Yeah.
Yep. Seaside.
Nuts, bro.
But see, there's that purpose is finding a way to serve the community, finding a way to bring value to the world in turn for a small transaction. So it's like, when you find your purpose, you're providing more value. The more value provided to the world, the more money you're going to make.
Yeah.
So you're shifting, instead of chasing money, you're chasing purpose. And that's kind of why I started content creation, because I wanted to help out people at the same time going through what I go through, and help them to heal, and focusing on the relationship stuff and working out, faith, and then at the same time, the opportunities that content creation can bring is great. But
there's a lot of opportunity, especially in the world that we live in.
Yeah.
People need to tap into, especially if you have a story. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, we're doing this with an iPhone right now.
Yeah.
And Walmart studio light, so anything's possible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, you see so many people, like that conversation we had, like, people get stuck in the cubicle, and it's like a four-cornered box. You're dampening your creativity, you're killing your health, you're killing just your faith, and it's like you're putting yourself in that position. Why? Just because the money's good?
Yeah, it's finite spaces, that it's crazy. The most debt I've ever been inside is when I was making the most money on a salary as a marketing director. Dude, I hated my life. And my office was even nice. It was facing the Apache reservation. Like, you'd see all these wild horses and javelinas, which are like these tiny little hogs. And even then, I was just like, I felt like my creativity, my purpose was being robbed.
Yeah.
Especially because having a story, I felt people needed to hear.
You're looking out that window, you're like, why can't I just be out there climbing a mountain, or out in the woods and doing 100%. Something? You know what I mean? It's like,
it was the worst, because the mountain I would climb was like
right there.
So I'd be like,
looking at it like, yeah.
Just chasing the clock, dude. Especially when the sun would go down earlier, I'd just be like ticking at my desk, like, it's crazy.
Yeah. And we're both like pretty active people, and you try to sit someone who's active behind a desk, like I can't even sit still without my legs shaking. like all episode
Oh, yeah.
shaking. Like
100%.
I have to be moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if
Running.
if I am sitting down like doing content or working on stuff on my computer, I need to have a break to go work out or go out in nature, go surf,
Walk or something.
walk. And you don't get that with a 9 to 5. And you're killing your purpose. Like you serve so much more than just being a money cruncher behind a desk. AI is gonna take that shit.
Absolutely, man. And even if it is your thing, or if you have that, I mean, don't rob yourself of your potential too. Use it as a fuel. Like when I started recognizing how sad I was, or unfulfilled, I should say, with all that, I immediately recognized, okay, I have a camera. You know, I'm making a lot of people money with my camera.
Yeah.
And I feel robbed. So like, let me start building that idea. And I think fantasizing your own life is really important. Is kind of visualizing, you know, what's the next chapter of the movie.
Yeah.
And so with that, you know, I started pouring into my personal photography almost like it was my own job before I made it an LLC or anything. So yeah, which leads into kind of job security and calculation of risk, I guess. But
yeah, and some people are some people love it, you know. Sometimes what one man's trash is another man's treasure. Like some people love accounting. And they get out like, I cannot wait to be an accountant. That's great. Like, if you love it, we need you. And if you love it, you love your job, and it brings you fulfillment and purpose. That's all that matters. But if you're in a job that you hate, where you feel like you're dampening your creativity, you're dampening your purpose, then get out. There's no excuse to be staying in something that you hate.
Exactly. You know, everything has a purpose, but if you don't feel fulfilled and fully committed to that purpose, then you're in the wrong field. You know, you can be a great accountant that hates his life, that probably is an incredible artist, and do that, you know, leverage the current income that you have to make the pivot to where it's not some crazy risk. Like, I feel like a lot of people think that you have to just go homeless and just, I dump everything. But you can make it gradual and not as hard on yourself. I was working remotely for, sorry if they ever see this, but I was working remotely in Arizona for this backyard remodel company, and they kind of knew I was in the process of moving, so it wasn't fully, you know, me hopping ship. I had alluded to it, but I need extra money, so I started working on the beach service with my MacBook down here in Florida, because this is where I was moving. And so, like, you know, pop it up. That was it. I'd do all my meetings. Everything was done.
Work.
Yeah, and then put in my 2 weeks. Made the pivot with that money, and then with the busy season, immediately started Blue Mind and Crawford Portfolio, and then.
It's awesome, bro.
And make the pivot, but you can always do it, man. And it might take an hourly job. I went from running meetings, literally running entire corporate meetings, to sitting and walking people to a beach chair on the umbrella with a 17-year-old. Like, you know, but shout out to beach service. So it's the best money I've ever made, bro. Like, in a short amount of time.
It's a hard ass job too.
It's an entire salary in 4 months is nuts, but they make you work for it. It's about over 3,000 calories a day, 11 hours of sun and heat, no AC, and one meal if you're lucky. So
it's crazy.
You work for it for sure.
You do.
But yeah, man, it's all about. I think people think like risk as in like just this reckless thing. It needs to be calculated.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You can't just like up and quit your job and you know, just go all in. I mean, well, you can. I read this book called What's Your Dream? And this guy was kicked out of his house, or was an orphan, homeless, and started with one business, sold that business, started homeless, like a little landscaping company at 16 years old, and slowly expanded and built upon it. So you can do it. If you want to take that risk of being like,
easily.
Sometimes you got to throw yourself in the fire, honestly.
That's
sometimes
incredibly.
You got to.
I mean, I technically, I can't say that because I was technically homeless when I moved here.
Yeah.
You know, with the grace of God, with my family and whatnot, they were already here, but I would have been, and I have been before, so it was nothing that I wouldn't be willing to risk, you know.
Yeah.
But it's true. It does take, people call it risk, but I like to call it discomfort.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, especially when there's God in mind. Most of all, that you're not being influenced by bad things like drugs or whatever, because then you might be thinking a little wonky or like too ambitious for maybe the season of life that you're in. Not saying that the dream isn't wrong, but true.
Yeah, so it's like kind of where I'm at right now. It's like I'm still working oddball jobs, like not really where I want to be, like bonfires.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, it's a great job. The money's not great, but it's kind of like beach shares is great money, but that's where that purpose comes in, or the fulfillment. It's like, all right, I can make this money and I can just work these hours and get my paycheck, but do I feel fulfilled? Not really. So that's why I'm kind of doing like, I've been still working bonfires. I do lifeguard during the summer, and I own my surf school. But I would like to eventually be able to quit all my jobs and just be an entrepreneur and like be self-sufficient. But sometimes you just gotta work oddball jobs to pay the bills until you can finally be like, all right, I'm done. This is making enough money for me to quit all my jobs and then move on. There's Alex Hormozy. It's like, it's not your 9 to 5 that's killing your dreams and aspirations. It's your 5 to 9.
Yeah,
like what you do between 5 to 9. And some people have kids. It's like when you got a kid, it's a different situation. Like, but for a young, 20s and 30s single man, it's like there really is an excuse. If you want something bad enough, you'll work for it. That's what I was doing, content creation. During the fall, I was working lifeguarding and doing doubles with bonfires. I was still finding a way to put in 2 posts a day. I was burning out. Like, I was so tired.
I remember you saying that.
Heartbroken, no sleep, like 5 hours of sleep a night.
You're like a madman, bro.
Trying to put out this content, getting barely any views. But if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I agree.
But
for sure. Oh, what are some like struggles you've had kind of in entrepreneurship? Because there's endless ones. But what are the biggest ones? I guess would be a better question.
Definitely, like, it's always internal. It's like doubting yourself. It's like, is this really the path? Is this really the thing that I want the most? Or is this really what I want to do with the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Or like, is this really going to work out? It could just be like those other businesses that fail. You know what I mean? That's the biggest struggle. And then also finding clients and stuff. It's like when you're first starting out, it just kind of eats away at you.
Yeah.
Where you're trying to find your next piece of bread, your next client, and that waiting in between. It's like, oh, I'm not getting any clients. Like, I'm not making any money. It's like,
yep,
the anxiety.
Yep. The peaks and valleys are crazy.
Yeah.
Just, it's nuts.
It's freelancing type of deal too.
I struggle with the literal thought of like waking up feeling just like a complete loser sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
Just like, what am I doing? Because you stick your neck out there so much, man. And like, owning your own business and breaking the matrix, if you will, and being fully self-sufficient is everyone's dream. So when you say that you're an entrepreneur, everyone's, automatically meets you with like, okay, well, what's the validity? What are your credentials? Yeah. Rightly so.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they also kind of want to learn that too. Everyone does.
Yeah.
If speaking from, I guess, how I used to be towards people that had all that I want, and I'll have like a crazy month, but then I'll wake up with the thoughts of when's it gonna drop off? How am I gonna handle the plateau?
Yeah.
Or is it gonna fall off? Is this gonna last? This area, especially being a photographer, anyone knows it is so
inconsistent.
Inconsistent, oversaturated, and you're trying to grab clients that are shooting a gap in a week from Kansas that are driving in.
And then you got please say that story about like every girl with a camera on Christmas.
Oh, it's the waking hour, ladies and gentlemen. Like, we're here. It's Christmas. They're training right now. I can see them. This is me. But I gotta say, literally,
please do.
Like, it's a thing. I can't compete with like the whole portrait family photographers or the wedding stuff.
Yeah.
All these girls get their Canon, specifically a Canon. They get a Canon on Christmas. Daddy buys them it. And then daddy and mommy know 3 of your friends that own a couple businesses, and now they're a photographer in their business.
Yeah. You and your buddy were talking about it, and he said something so funny. It's like, I can't compete against.
Yeah, you can't. You can't compete literally against every single Christmas with just the influx. It's just like an army. It's an army of nursing school fail outs with Canon cameras and local rapport. Can't do it, bro. Can't do it. But shout out to anyone that wants short films or artsy, moody stuff. That's kind of the niche that I'm pivoting to. In nature.
Yeah.
Nat Geo, answer me for the love
He's
of
got
God.
a really, dude, your content, like that guy said, is underrated. Very underrated. Like, it's good.
Thank you.
Maybe you need to start a new account because maybe TikTok's algorithm sucks ass.
Instagrams does too for me, bro. But we'll see. I don't know.
Start from zero, honestly. Maybe that would help. That's what I had to do.
Yeah. Thought about it. We'll see. Time will tell. But yeah, the army is here, and I'm ready for it, man.
Every white girl.
Because I got a new camera too, ladies. So.
But
and dudes also. But I feel like guys want to be more in like action-y stuff. Like I don't know. It's less of the niche of family photography. But with owning a catering business, I get the families, and then being on the beach service, like I'm hustling families all day for shoots at sunset when they get rid of their chairs. So like that's how I make money, is hustling people on the beach all day basically. So
to answer that thing, like where you wake up and you're like most people that are starting out, we're kind of trying to figure out what they want to do. They're like, wake up in the mornings and it's like that feeling. It's like, oh man, like what am I doing? Or it kind of keeps you up at night. That's where like faith helps a lot. What's that verse? I forgot. It might be in Luke or in Mark. But don't be anxious. That's where anxiety goes completely against faith, because you're doubting that God has a plan for you.
Yeah.
And I have to remind myself that. I'm new to faith. So I remind myself, it's like, man, I'm not doing this right. Like, am I even doing the right thing? Or I'm not making enough money. I'm not like living my purpose. I'm still stuck in my parents. I'm doing blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, all right, this is all part of the plan. God, I'm in this exact moment right now because God is testing me. God is strengthening me, and he's pushing me so that for what's to come. And I got to have faith that everything's going to work out and that he's going to prosper us, because that's what he wants. He wants to prosper us. So that's kind of what I got to do, a turn to faith, turn to Christ, and be like, all right.
Fear serves no purpose either.
Yeah, fear and anxiety.
A pastor was saying, he was talking about the Christmas story and whatnot, and he was telling us that if you look throughout the Bible, every time that an angel appears, they say the same sentence.
Fear not.
Yeah, fear not, or do not be afraid. Mm-hmm. He's one of the two, so we'll say two sentences technically. Yeah. And that it's a purpose. If you're willing to receive a message from God, which is, we'll use a metaphorical sense of an angel, a message or a lesson from God, you cannot be afraid.
Exactly.
You have to be accepting of it. You have to be trusting of it. I mean, it's the same reason of saying like, oh, you can't love a partner without trusting them. So you can't love your God if you don't fully trust him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's an overwhelming plan. It's an overwhelming love that is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
That's, that's why it requires so much trust. But
yeah, a lot of the Bible does say, though, it's like, trust in God, don't trust in people.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. To come back to the fear not, this is going to have to be a different episode, but the angel that came to Muhammad in the cave, that was not an angel.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be a different episode.
Yeah. That's weird that you just,
that's a different episode.
Oh, that should be, we could tell that in the next episode.
Yeah, next episode.
Do people ever, like, ask you or look at you crazy because you spearfish or free dive?
Sometimes. Well, if I'm like depending on the area, it's like,
people call me reckless for like rock climbing and stuff.
Really? Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, you're like addicted and not feeling fear, like that's unhealthy. I'm like,
what are you talking about?
But I thought about it, and like, I don't know about you, but if I schedule a day that I'm gonna dive or climb, in the past would be climbing, because it was more dangerous, I guess. I would know that if I had that date of fear, that every day prior to it would be intentional, because I'd be worried about dying, literally, or something. Yeah. And
could be my last day.
Exactly. And then when you're diving and stuff, there's like maybe 5 minutes where you're like a little uneasy because you're like swimming away from the paddleboard or whatever, and it's like getting further, and then you just kind of lose it, and then that's when you have fun. But it's just a complete illusion. I mean, complete illusion. So when it comes to starting a business or anything, make sure to do a moral inventory of what is fear and what is reality, and especially what's logical, and categorize your emotions into, is this God screaming fulfillment or is this screaming an escape? And if it's something fulfilling, then calculate the risk and execute something, you know. You owe it to yourselves, so.
Yeah, exactly. When you're trying to choose the hard route of starting a business, or, you know, you're leaving your job, or you're dropping out of college, or to go fulfill your dreams, you're going to have people that are going to be like, why are you doing that? That's stupid. That's stupid. You're going to leave your good job to go do something that could fail. You know, that fear.
Yeah.
That fear. And so you got other people's opinions. They're going to hate on you. And that's another big thing. It's like pushing through that, because at one point, every single one of the most famous and successful people were called crazy. Every single one of them. They were called delusional.
Yep.
Stupid. This guy's an idiot. It's not going to work out. So it's like, you got to be delusional.
Yep.
You got to be delusional with what you want.
Yep.
Because if you're not, then, and you're not putting your goals high enough, then you're not thinking out of the box. You're not pushing yourself to your fullest capability. So
yeah, like Vincent Van Gogh said it too. I mean, I don't know the exact quote, but he was saying, like, basically, you know, he wasn't sorry for losing his mind, because he had to lose his mind to find his craft. And in nothingness, you know, God's working through. It's the Holy Spirit given. If you're giving it over to good and benevolence, you become a vehicle of good, especially if you're aligned, you know, with what he's rewarding. For instance, I believe genuinely you in content creation, you found your line. So the biggest thing is just to stick with the word, and then good will pour out. And people may call you a hypocrite or whatnot, but day to day and how you live your life and move silently and how God will alter your message, you don't have to worry about it.
yeah,
It'll change, and people will invest into the change, into the message that he's bringing out. You know, we're just messengers.
yeah, dude.
And we always got to remind ourselves that, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing about content too. It's like, you cannot start, excuse me, you cannot start content creation if you care about what other people think, because everybody on the internet are the most devious, like, I swear, the most devious people out there. I'm like, how do you have time to sit and type out this paragraph telling me, a stranger, you don't even know how awful I am? When someone comments something nasty on my post, I'm like, you must be going through something. You must hate your life.
Yeah.
You got to pray for them.
I always have to remind myself, if someone's kind of snide or whatever, especially on the beach, people are the rudest on the beach, honestly. They become toddlers the second their feet hit the sand, but
For real.
it's like, it's just a projection of their inner struggles.
Exactly.
Because otherwise there would be no reason, if I was having a good day, to be a complete dickhead to somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Literally. And there's always that something, you know.
Same with people that are like dickheads to servers or something, or just like not polite, not please and thank you, or I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I remember there's this one family, this guy was such a dick, dude. He was such a jerk, and like, he came up to me with a request. He's like, yeah, just leave our set out to the end of the day, we'll be back, you know, whenever. So they go up. I look at the horizon, there's the biggest, most terrifying shelf cloud I've ever seen, just barreling straight for the beach. And I get a call from my boss. He's like, shut it down, get every empty set you can. And there's an old man sitting in his set. So I go up to the guy, like, hey brother, like, it's gonna be a really bad storm. You know, you might want to go up. He's like, no, I'm just gonna stay here. He's a really old man. He looked kind of sick. And I was like, yeah, and I was like, all right, ride out the storm, brother, whatever. Closed his zombie because that thing would have flown away. So he's just waiting for this lightning to hit him, and I'm like, whatever. And so the whole thing passes. That was at 1 o'clock. The storm lasts till 3:30. I start breaking down at 4. And the breakdown was literally one chair.
Yeah.
That was it. And I go up to him, and I was like, I said a prayer to myself because I didn't want to cuss him out because I was so over it. I was ready to go home. I was hungry. Like, didn't make any money that day.
Yeah.
And he was like, before I could say anything to him, he looked up to me. He was like, thank you. And I was like, yeah, no problem. He's like, I'm going to die in probably less than a month. I just wanted to feel the rain for the last time. I was like,
wow. I would have given him a hug.
Oh man, I was like, but man, you know, you never know what people are going through. And his son just was fighting for that experience for his dad, because that's like a gift no one else could give.
Yeah, that was literally Lieutenant Dan's.
Yeah, literally, man. And
What
he's
did
just
he-
sitting there like holding his armrest, and then just, you see what's left on this man's head, which is maybe like 4 or 5 strings of hair just dancing, bro. And he's just getting it like, and he loved it, man. Every bit of it, soaking wet.
Bring it on, God!
Yeah.
Bring it on!
Yeah, literally. I walked up to me, he had the biggest smile on his face. He's just dripping wet, man.
We all had those
I was
moments,
like-
dude.
Yeah, it was nuts. But you never know what people are going through. And his son, I saw him later. I was like, and he just lit up. He didn't even have to say anything. He was just like, "Thank you. That's all I freaking wanted." You know?
That's amazing.
And I was about to go
That's
off on him. I
amazing.
was be like, "Fuck you. I don't want your tip." You know, all that. And sure
Yeah.
enough, you know,
Yeah,
but
it's like an angel. It's like a message.
exactly. And I was like, "Fuck you. Screw your tip," because I was having an argument with my girlfriend during that day at the time.
Yeah,
I was
that'll
trying to
do
get
it.
home. So the storm hit. I was like, "All right, I get to go home, cook, solve this. We'll be fine by tonight."
Women.
Yeah. And yeah.
No, that's
Crazy,
a
man.
good
Jezebel
story.
trying to steal a crazy story from that God was trying to let me witness, bro.
That's amazing, dude.
But yeah.
That's like, it's like a humbling moment.
Oh yeah, man.
It's
I
like,
cried.
okay.
I cried so hard when they left. I was like, who am I to bitch about? My shoulder was hurting that day.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you got me out working here. I'm making no money. The storm's coming. This asshole out here. And then sure enough, I'm like, man, what do I have to bitch about?
Yeah. Same. When I had the bioluminescence experience, I was like, oh, I got humbled.
Yeah, I get
It's
it.
like, I get it. I'm listening. All right. Thank you. I'm here. I know you're listening now.
We'll tell stories, especially
Yeah.
this summer, like that we'll have day to day on the beach. Because especially you, if you're gonna do like another, are you doing lifeguarding?
Yeah, I'm doing both.
Oh, okay.
Lifeguard and surf school. So next season we'll probably like get a bunch of guests on here, and we'll get some really cool people.
Yeah.
Lifeguards, watermen, you name it. So
Good stuff, man. Stay tuned.
yeah, stay tuned. Thanks again for watching. It's another real episode. We'll be back after the holidays, so we were supposed to talk about this before, but don't let if you're in a season of like solitude, like I know Christmas time and New Year's, it's like, all right, that's usually when the loneliness hits. Don't let it. Just feel God's presence and just surround yourself with the people that you need to be around, and just kind of make it through the holidays, and life will get better. But
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, take yourself on a date too. It sounds
yeah,
really cheesy. I know people will say that, but it's not, man. You can be your own best friend too, and you got God with you too, so no one's ever alone.
yeah, exactly.
Go outside. Biggest thing.
Exactly.
We're gonna tell you that every podcast. Just go the hell outside.
Go to the beach if you're near.
Yep.
The water's cleansing.
Or climb a mountain.
Yep,
Find
climb a
place.
mountain.
Or take a walk through the street or city or whatever, you know.
But yeah, thanks again for watching. We're always excited to be here, and we hope you guys enjoy this content. So stay tuned. On the next episode, we'll drop that pretty soon.
Absolutely. We hope you guys have a blessed new year, and we'll see you soon.
All right.